This guy really knew how to pretend. A baseball slammed into his head, leaving a deep crater, but he just brushed his hand over it, and the smashed-in skull snapped right back to normal. When he reached a secluded corner, he instantly switched to a new face. What he didn't expect was that a girl in his class, a girl who actually liked him, saw everything. But Alice was a total romantic. She convinced herself that these strange things weren't enough to prove Jack was a monster, so she decided she'd confront him tomorrow and ask directly, just in case Jack really was a man-eating creature. She prepared a bottle of sulfuric acid. For self-defense, Jack walked right up to her. Alice told him everything she witnessed. Jack froze, completely stunned. He'd always believed his disguise was flawless. He never imagined Alice would uncover his secret. Then Jack made up his mind. He had to kill her, but before he could act, his head suddenly split open. Alice watched in horror as Jack's body twisted and transformed into a hideous monster. Alice threw the sulfuric acid with all her strength. The creature swatted the bottle, but the acid splashed across its head. Its entire body began to melt. As the corrosion spread, Alice used the moment to crawl out the window, but that only put her in more danger. The monster shot out several tentacles, trying to kill her on the spot. Seeing she had nowhere left to run, Alice had no choice. She jumped. She landed perfectly on a tree beside the building. Meanwhile, the human body the parasite had been using was dissolving rapidly from the acid. It could no longer shift back into its original form. Anyone who encountered it was slaughtered. Within minutes, the entire hallway was filled with corpses and the stench of blood. At that moment, Xiaoyu sensed the presence of another parasite. By tracking the aura, he pinpointed the creature's rough location. But the worst part, it was heading straight toward Kane's girlfriend. Kane sprinted toward her as fast as he could. He found his terrified friends hiding in a corner. After calming them down, he decided to lead everyone toward the third floor exit, but the two boys with him panicked and bolted. They ran straight into the parasite, lurking around the corner, and were killed instantly. The creature then moved toward Kane, but to protect his girlfriend, Kane couldn't fight freely. He grabbed her and jumped out of the building. His body was no longer fragile. It had already changed dramatically. After making sure she was safe, he rushed back to deal with the vicious parasite. Meanwhile, the police finally mobilized, but the moment they encountered the monster, they were wiped out instantly. Even gunfire couldn't inflict fatal damage. The only effective way to kill a parasite was to destroy its heart. But the SWAT unit was completely annihilated. The parasite steadied itself against the wall and headed for the rooftop. That's when Kane stepped in. To keep the creature from sensing Xiaoyu's aura, Kane positioned himself on a distant rooftop. The moment the parasite entered his line of sight, he channeled all his strength into his right hand. A devastating force erupted, piercing straight through the parasite's heart. When the creature turned to look, it finally realized that the one who threw that deadly stone was Kane.